Welcome to my channel where you can close your eyes and fall asleep. Relax, dear listener. Take a slow, unhurried breath in, and then let it fall away like snow drifting from a quiet rooftop. Feel your body soften as though wrapped in the gentlest wool cloak. Tonight there is no need for haste, no need for effort. Only stillness, only ease. Imagine the world around you growing softer with every breath, as if candlelight itself were smoothing the edges of all your thoughts. Outside, the air is cool, crisp, and filled with the promise of silence. Inside, there is warmth waiting for you, a warmth not just of fire, but of hearts gathering together in reverence. Let your shoulders lower. Let your jaw loosen. Allow the hush of this moment to cradle you, as though you, too, are being carried into a place of peace. You are safe here. You are home here. And now we drift into a story told in whispers, so that even as words are spoken, they rest like feathers upon your mind. Our story tonight begins on a winter's eve long ago, when stone abbeys stood like guardians in the snow. It is Candlemas Eve. The year could be counted in centuries before your birth, but its essence is timeless. Outside the abbey walls, snow has fallen for days, cloaking the village in muffled whiteness. The fields are bare, the trees skeletal and patient, their branches catching flakes like open palms. Smoke curls gently from cottage chimneys, vanishing into a pale gray sky. You find yourself walking along a narrow lane that leads to the abbey. Each step presses into the snow with a soft crunch, and yet even your footsteps seem subdued, respectful. Tonight is not a night of clamor or revelry. It is a night of reverence, of light returning to a world still deep in winter's grasp. Ahead, the abbey rises a fortress of stone, its walls weathered by centuries of prayer. Snow drapes over its roof and clings to the ledges, softening its austere lines. The great wooden doors stand open, glowing faintly with golden light from within. Candles flicker in tall sconces, and their flames are steady, as though the very air is holding its breath. As you step across the threshold, the hush deepens. The air inside is warm, heavy with the faint sweetness of beeswax and the earthy smell of stone. The sound of your boots softens against worn flagstones, polished by the passing of generations. Around you, villagers arrive, cloaked in wool and fur, their breaths still silvered with cold. But here, they whisper. Even the children, usually so restless, are subdued. Small hands clutch at parents' sleeves, eyes wide with wonder. At the far end of the abbey, near the altar, a table is set. Upon it rests row after row of candles, some slender, some thick, all made of beeswax that gleams with a soft golden hue. Tonight, on this Candlemas Eve, they will be blessed, each flame kindled to remind the faithful of light's eternal return. You pause to watch as the priest moves slowly along the rows, his hands steady, his lips moving in prayer so soft it seems woven into the very stones. The candles wait, patient, their wicks unlit but eager. They are the keepers of light yet to come. Now, take a breath and imagine the warmth of those candles. Imagine them glowing even before they are lit, as though their promise of illumination can already be felt within your chest. It is a promise of hope, of winter one day yielding to spring. The villagers settle into long wooden pews, the wood worn smooth by years of gatherings. Cloaks rustle, boots shuffle, and then all grows still again. The only sound is the gentle crackling of the hearth near the side wall, its fire low, respectful of the hush. The crackles sound like whispers of wood, remembering summer sunlight, now released into this winter night. A child stirs near you, her voice no louder than a breath, as she asks her mother why they must be so quiet. The mother bends close, replying with a smile, "Because the candles must hear our silence." The words are simple, but they settle deeply, like wisdom. The service begins. The priest raises his hand, blessing the gathered candles with words that echo faintly through the abbey. The Latin chants drift like smoke, curling into the rafters where shadows dance. One by one, acolytes carry flames from the hearth to the waiting candles. With every touch of wick to wick, a new light springs forth, until the altar glows not with a single fire, but with dozens of tiny suns, steady and serene. The villagers bow their heads. The light glows across their faces, smoothing lines of worry, brightening weary eyes. For many, the winter has been long, food scarce, the nights endless. Yet here, in this circle of flame, they remember that winter cannot last forever. Imagine yourself there, seated among them. The wooden pew beneath you is solid, grounding. The air is warm, tinged with wax and smoke. The glow of candles shimmers across your vision, soft golden halos that blur the edges of stone and shadow. You close your eyes, and still you see the light. In your mind you hear the hush of the gathering. The silence is not empty. It is alive, filled with presence. The silence is a companion, resting its hand gently upon your shoulder. And in that silence your breath slows, deepens, becomes steady like the rhythm of the snow outside. The ceremony lingers, not in haste, but in patience. The priest speaks of light that guides the weary, of warmth that pierces cold, of hope that blooms even in frozen fields. His words fall like soft snowflakes, distinct, and yet melting into a single blanket of peace. Time seems to soften here. Minutes pass like moments, and moments pass like dreams. You do not count them. You simply drift in their current, like a leaf upon a quiet stream. The candles burn steadily, their flames do not waver, and in their glow every heart seems to remember something older than words, that the return of light is not just in the seasons, but within us. Now, dear listener, breathe again, slowly. Let your exhale feel like the flicker of a candle, gentle and warm. Feel the abbey's stillness wrap around you. The silent feast of Candlemas Eve has only just begun, and we will linger here together, moving deeper into its embrace.